It's 8:30 p.m. on Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. It's either today or the 22nd, I forget which, is summer solstice, the longest day of the year. Get out of there! My goodness! Go eat some grass. I have to put this in the back, I guess. I'm getting smart with me, eating the feet out of the bag. Anyway, the last area, let's go look at the last area. So they were in here since about 9 o'clock last night. I didn't move them this morning, did I? No, I was supposed to give them 2 sections. Well, I'm just bad at math. I am just bad at math. Anyway, yeah, this is half of what I'm supposed to give them because I wasn't here this morning. Or was I? No, I wasn't. That's right, I was dead tired. My whole body was sore. I don't know what it is about this heat, but oh man. It is 90 degrees right now with 70% humidity. It is hot. I wouldn't say as hot as it can get. I will say it's hot though. It can get very hot. It can get in the hundreds. Next week it'll be in the hundreds. Hopefully it won't be 70% humidity. It'll be a lot lower. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So this is the second cell of the 6th section of the rotation that started on June 2nd. Look at this. Look at all this grass. So I guess this is a spot where the spring grass didn't grow that well. The summer grass, the Bermuda grass, is going to spread out really rapidly and put down some roots. The ground is soft, it's wet, it's damp, it's moist. I don't think we've had rain for a while, but all the rain that we have had is just staying on the field, in the dirt. So, and we get tufts of this old spring grass that you can see. If you look in the distance, it looks a lot worse than it actually is because you're just seeing the tops of the spring grass. You're not seeing the green grass underneath. Up close, it looks a lot better. You can kind of see as I walk through here. Like halfway there, it looks pretty brown. Let's walk up to that brown spot. Right here, this is up past my boots. This grass here is, ooh, some of it's up to my knees. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, that's not good. We had milkweed or something touching the wire. Well, maybe this is a dead spot. But there's little bits of grass growing in between here. Ground is soft with grass and moisture. There's the ground down there. It's just all damp. Let's look at the cows a little bit. It's the middle of June. It's the beginning of summer. We have 3 months of this. Who are you? I can't tell just by looking at you. You're 19. Look at you. Barely any flies. Beautiful. Beautiful animal. Hopefully by now the bull has done his job and all of my cows are bred. Might be time to send him back home. Might be time to send him back home. This is number 10. Number 10 is doing really well. Just layers of fat and muscle. Somebody's irrigating my field for me. With nitrogen rich, or I should say urea rich fertilizer, which I appreciate. The wind is blowing strong from the east. It's a warm wind, but it's refreshing nonetheless. Survival tips for how to survive the heat. Number one, you have to know the signs of heat stress and heat exhaustion. If you start getting dizzy, or if you feel like you're going to throw up or you get a headache, it's time to get out of the heat. Number two, you got to wear clothing. Cotton, right? So I'm wearing 100% cotton, everything. My shirt's cotton, my pants are cotton, underwear's cotton. And what happens is I sweat and the cotton wicks up that sweat and it just gets drenched in the sweat. And so any breeze that blows by cools me off rather rapidly. I remember it was like 100 degrees out and I was standing in the sun. I was just drenched in sweat. There's not a dry spot on my body. And the gentle breeze blew and I felt really nice. Baggy clothing too. Tight-fitting clothing is obviously going to keep you warmer or hotter than loose-fitting clothing. So a loose-fitting pair of jeans, loose-fitting shirt, you know, will help as well. Don't drink cold water. It makes you feel warmer than you actually are. Just drink warm water. All the hot climates in the world, they all drink lukewarm water. They don't drink cold water. And we used to think that was because they didn't have access to cold water. The reality is, like, it doesn't make you feel good. It's not as refreshing as you think when you're hot to put cold stuff in your belly. It's much better to put warm stuff in your belly. So, warm water. Salt, you got to eat a lot of salt. So there's a reason why here in this humid, hot part of the United States, people eat salty food. They put salt on everything. So eat your salt. Gatorade, no, Powerade is what people prefer down here. And the reason why is it's salty. Plenty of liquids. I would avoid anything you buy in a bottle. Maybe water's okay, but I would just avoid things with sweeteners or even the diet drinks. Caffeine is probably not a good thing to drink too in the heat. Caffeine causes you to go to the bathroom. So just drink water, salt, lemonade, you know, things like that. Oh, citrusy, sour things. This is as good as 24 is going to get, I think. Now I judge her by her calves. There's a big horsefly on her side there. It's going to make a big hole. What else can I say? Oh, head covering. You got to get a hat. Even though the sun's not shining right now, what the hat does is it wicks the sweat from your head. And as the wind blows by, it cools your cap down, your head down. They tend to put ventilation holes. Let me show you. So there's like little ventilation holes in the hat there, so that the hot air doesn't get trapped up there. It blows through. But the shade is important. You got to stay in shade. Avoid the sunlight as much as possible. Not just because you get sunburned, but because you get hotter faster in the sun. That's pretty common in obvious sense. Stay in the shade. Don't go out in the sun. And what else? Oh, you got to change your work hours. You got to work early in the morning before it starts to get warm. That's like before 9 o'clock in the morning. And you got to work late at night, like after sunset. And early in the morning is better. That's the coolest time of the day. So let me tell you, it's a bit powerful motivation. The heat will motivate you to get out of bed at 4 a.m. and go to the field when it's still dark at the coolest time of day, if there's work that needs to be done. Because just knowing how brutal the heat is, and your whole body, it taxes everything you have inside of you. It just drains out all the energy. You just can't move very quickly, you know, because you're just constantly drained. So just get used to that fact. You're not going to work as fast as you would in more moderate weather. So just kind of take your time. You know, smell the roses, take a breather, drink some water. So, and just pay attention. If you start getting a headache, you start feeling dizzy, you feel like you're going to throw up. You got to get to an air-conditioned room. You got to get out of the sun. You got to take a rest. So, yeah, swimming is a good activity on a hot day like this. The water, I'm told that at the end of summer your swimming pool is going to get hot, like 90 degrees. But at the beginning of summer it's still cool. So you can cool off by jumping in the pool. But at the end of summer, the water's going to be warm. That's just the way it is here in the Great Plains, in the southeastern United States, and the great state of Texas, and the most beautiful part of this entire state, the northeast part of Texas. Sorry, Houston. Sorry, Dallas. Well, I guess Dallas is part of northeast Texas. This is certainly a wonderful and fantastic area to live in. Probably one of the most blessed parts of this world. I can't think of many places like this. Just so touched by rain and heat and sun and moderate winters, you know. All right, guys, you have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.